Hello there, welcome to the Airgun Gear Show. In this episode, I've got this. It's the Stoeger Atac S2 gas ram break barrel air rifle. My rifle is the green synthetic stock version. At the shoulder end, you've got a rubberized shoulder pad. Just in front of that, you've got some loops should you wish to add an extra form of strapping. The cheek piece looks like it's adjustable, but it's not. It's actually a one-piece mold into the stock. In front of the cheek piece, you have an almost 90-degree pistol grip, which gives you the ability to have a very nice thumb-up option. The trigger housing is part of the stock moulding, and the trigger, they say, is adjustable. Going down the fore end is smooth, where you come to the Picatinny rail, and you've got matching Picatinny rails on the left hand and right hand, and that is to add an optional or an extra bipod. The barrel itself is shrouded, and I'm led to believe it's around 13 inches long, and 4 inches is the shrouding or the moderation at the end. On top, you've got a Picatinny rail, and at the rear, you've got an auto safety which indexes every time you cock the gun. The gun itself is completely ambidextrous, so if you're a left-handed or right-handed shooter, it's good for you. On the top of the gun, included in the package, is a 3x9x40 scope, which you can change the magnification on. You can adjust the turrets on the top for holdover and for windage, and you've also got your parallax at the front. And you've got a set of nice covers as well. Also included is the mounts. The gun weighs 9.6 pounds and is 43 inches in length. The rifle feels really ergonomic and comes up to the shoulder very nicely. It also is incredibly easy to cock. You give it a tap and you bring it down. And that's because the rifle is gas ram powered. So there is a ram system in there, not a spring. And actually, that motion is really easy. But for me, the thing I don't quite understand is why on the underside of the rifle, I'm an advert for Stoeger Airguns. That really is quite awful and just has to come off. When I bought the gun, I also bought the optional bipod for the front. So let's put that on. Out of the box and on the table, the gun looks really, really good. But when you first shoot it, you are going to notice something, and that's the trigger. Let me show you. Once you've got your point of aim and you're happy, you're going to start pulling the trigger. And you're going to be pulling the trigger. And a bit more, and a bit more. Gets a bit stiffer. It'll go off in a minute. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there it went. Now that is a large amount of travel on a trigger. In fact, I could probably go to America on that amount of travel. That trigger simply has to be adjusted. It's a bit stiffer, that's for sure. Oh, there it goes. That's a little bit better. I think that's probably the best I'm going to get it. That bipod on the front of the gun actually works really, really well. I didn't think it would, but I do like it. And because I'm right-handed, my left hand is now free because I'm not doing anything at the front. And I'm using that hook to pull the gun into my shoulder, which means that that's actually a really nice touch. The stock's actually really well thought out. Now you would think that with those bipod legs on the front, they're going to get in the way when you load the gun. Well, actually, they don't. It still makes it really easy to load the rifle. Like that. See? Now, let's do some accuracy. your holdover or adjustment up and down, I've actually found that that is correct within a couple of clicks. But for my windage, which is left to right, I'm dialing and dialing and dialing, actually way past what I should need to, actually to the end of the range of the dial. When you actually look at it, you can see that the gun hasn't been set quite right. You can actually see the scope is sort of off to the left a little bit. So I'm going to have to adjust the mounting. Now, I promise you, I was shooting at the paper target and I have got 4 just in there. So I fired 5 at that, 5 at that, 5 at that and 5 at that. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what happened there, somewhere around over here. This one, well, this is a straight line over here. And these, well, like I say, there are 4 within 2 inches. And that's at 20 yards. I use the exact Diablos, Sniper Magnums, Bisley Magnums and Terminators. And if you want to group with the rifle, I suggest you use the exact Diablos, and mine are the 15.89s. The sound suppressor on the front really does work very well, and it makes the gun very backyard friendly. But other YouTube reviewers have commented that they think that maybe that sound suppressor is what is causing the accuracy issue. The gun actually shoots just fine. It is really smooth and easy to use. It is just when the pellet gets there, it just seems to go a bit everywhere. So what I'm going to do is, just to eliminate the problem, I'm going to try a better scope. So I've put an Optizan scope on top of the Stoeger. I actually don't think it's made a lot of difference. Now, I'm not the best shot in the world, but at 20 yards, I would like to see most of my shots inside 2 inches. And that ain't happening. The stock on the Stoeger is actually one of the best synthetic stocks I've used for a long time, but I'm intrigued, is it solid all the way through? This is one of the most sturdy synthetic stocks I've ever seen. And because the Stoeger stock is so sturdy, you can use the rifle for things other than shooting. If your handbrake ever fails, it works as a good chock on a hill, or it works as a good door prop. Or you could be the hero of the day and rescue a football out of a tree. Yeah! But seriously, what do I think of the Stoeger Atac S2? Well, I like this bipod system on the side. I'll hold my hands up and say I thought it wasn't going to work when I first got it, but it does. That is superb, and that should migrate its way to other break barrel guns out there. The gas ram system is lovely and smooth, it's easy to cock, and it does fire quite easily. It is just a shame that you don't get that tighter accuracy on groups. 2 inches, yes, you'll get pellets in the paper. As a combo package, rifle, scope, mount, silencer, it's an ideal tin can basher. The build quality is really good and sturdy. It's never missed a beat while I've been using it, and it's put a shot down range every time. But for me, I would use it as a pure and simple tin can basher.